whoosh, woo. There was very little time between when she disappeared and when she reappeared. "20 seconds tops. How could she do it so fast? Especially if she stopped to hear the shooter's voice."
That's a good question.
Can the witness explain this to the court?
I cannot.
Very well. Mr. Justice,
Yes?
it's all up to you. Do your thing.
What thing, Your Honor?
You need to explain how Lamar was able to teleport like she did. Or I'm throwing your case out with the bathwater. Just explain this magic trick to me or else I'm calling it quits.
Ugh. Why do I get picked on? It's Lamar who isn't going along with the program here.
Yeah, but you gotta do everything for her, man. You gotta give what's the saying? You gotta give whatever. Never mind.
As I have stated before, I am not at liberty to speak of the illusion that night in detail.
Then you'll just have to tell us what you can. We'll hear your testimony on this. Mr. Justice, it will be your job to wring the truth out of her.
Yes, if you would, please.
She's like, yeah, can you just fucking figure it out for me?
Alright. I feel like a student before finals. Good luck, Apollo!
Trucy probably knows it too, and she won't help me. Fucking goddamn it. I hate you all.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There was an emergency exit in the backstage, where a stagehand awaited. From there, one can enter the forum on the opposite side from the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes. I was on my way when I heard the voice.
2 minutes, you say? The mystery deepens.
I suppose it was too much to hope that the judge would come up with something.
As does my curiosity. Take it away, Mr. Justice.
Right, Your Honor. All I have to do is find a contradiction between what Lamora is saying and what we can see plainly in the video. I figured it out already. I'm a magician after all. Well, tell me. Not a chance. I can't reveal another magician's secrets. Come on.
Even if it's at the cost of an innocent person's life, I hate you all. I hate your guys' priorities.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side here.
Damn, this secret's in my fucking foot. If a fucking magic trick fucking causes the death of someone, you gotta fucking let them know how you fucking worked. Otherwise, fucking I'm just sending you out to the bathwater. Or with the bathwater.
I followed the route exactly as I was instructed. There was an emergency exit in the backstage where a stagehand awaited.
From there, you can enter the forum on the other side of the stage. The plan was for me to move there in 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Yes, it can be done in 1 minute if you are running.
Running? In that cramped dark tunnel above the ceiling?
Haha, Mr. Attorney, have you forgotten? Dark or lit, it makes no difference to me.
It doesn't make a difference for how you look, but it makes a difference for your back, because apparently you're fucking hunched over in that. Stupid.
That's true, but...
So you're saying that on the night of the concert, you made the trip in 2 minutes?
Yes, though I nearly didn't make it in time. You see, I stopped halfway.
Lamar disappears on the video for 20 seconds, but she says she made the trip in 2 minutes? How?
If you want my professional opinion, I'll bet the answer's right there in that video.
Well, Mr. Justice, perhaps you have some evidence for us? Something that can explain the discrepancy between the video and her testimony?
Evidence explaining the discrepancy?
I mean, I know the answer, I just don't know how I'd go about showing it. Sure.
There's one piece of evidence that explains the discrepancy between the video and the testimony.
Bitch, uh-oh. Did I make a mistake? Uh-oh. Did I fuck up? Did I fucking fuck up?
Bitch, I don't fucking know what the answer is. I might get a game over here.
But I don't fucking know. Is it wrong? Aha! So this is it, the magic key to unlocking the illusion's dark secrets. Tell us how it works, quickly! I can't bear the suspense! I was kind of hoping someone else would jump in at this point. Well, you see? Is this where it goes? Is this where I get the game over? Judge, I do hate to spoil the mood. But I haven't the faintest idea what he's talking about. And neither does he. I'm a little confused too there, Apollo. You said the video was the answer, and I fucking presented the video. You fucking lied to me. Right, by which I conclude I was wrong. Well, better luck next time. Just kidding, it's game over. Mr. Justice, I'm holding you responsible for spoiling my mood. I got a game over! That's enough! I see no need to further prolong this trial. The defense's case is insufficient to overturn the prosecution's claims. The court finds the defendant much guilty. I can't believe he did it! The defendant will surrender himself to the court's care to undergo a regular trial at the High Court within a month's time. Court is adjourned. I didn't even try. I love how it just fucking... I love how if you just get enough times wrong that it fucking just sends the person to guilty, like... It just gives them a guilty conviction. Even though I was clearly showing, like... never mind. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, I haven't saved in a while. I just realized. Hey, I'll fucking cut here and then I'll get back to where I was before. Okay, I'm back. I had to do a little bit of fast forwarding through all that because it sent me back too far. But during that time I was fast forwarding, I had remembered there was something that comes into play. I don't know if that's the answer here, but I'm gonna maybe say it is. I'm gonna risk it. I have 2 more tries this time, and I saved. I have saved. So next time, if I get a game over again, then I'll be back here. It'll be fine. Did I get? Okay, I got it right though. Lemoire, do you happen to remember this brooch? Aha, the brooch. We saw that yesterday, did we not? It was found at the scene, Your Honor. And you're bringing this up now. Why? I thought we had already determined when that was dropped. So did I, but we hadn't. Yeah, I forgot to think about that because I thought they were just gonna say that Lemoire dropped it when she opened the door, but apparently that's not the case. Take another look at the video. The worst thing about this is that in order to even be able to see this, you have to watch this entire video. I think maybe if you check the video from the court evidence. Also, do you see this little man here? I love it when this guy shows up. Judging from what I think this is actually meant to be part of the court. In the courtroom, there's like these barricades. What do you call these? These ropes, the velvet rope things that separate the partition things. That's supposed to be the stand of it, but it's funny because it looks like a person. It looks like it would be like the spy from Team Fortress, but like kind of like goofy looking. I love him. He's my favorite boy. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I think if you watch the video in your court records, you might be able to fast forward in it, but even then, it's still like, you know, this would be a very hard thing to notice if you weren't knowing to look at it, because I don't think I ever noticed it. I'm pretty sure I had to look this answer up, but yeah. Here you can see she's wearing the brooch. So she is. Let's look a bit later. You know what doesn't make sense? Actually, no, I just realized that could still have been. I'll say it later. What? The brooch? It's gone. What? Yes. Oh, why did I say it like that? The brooch disappeared in a short space of 20 seconds, and it takes a full minute to run from the stage to the backstage. Which means there can only be one explanation. The Lemoire we see before the Vanishing Act and the Lemoire we see after are 2 different people. Okay, so here's what I was about to say. You could make the argument that she could have been the one on the stage singing with Clavier, and you can't explain the time. Obviously, the time is different, so that plays more into this theory of like it being 2 different people. But like she could have, as she was running, dropped the brooch, you know, as she was running, and then made her way to the back exit, right? But of course, like I just feel like this line of thinking didn't seem quite right, but whatever. What? The brooch was found on the floor at the crime scene, and not just on the floor, but on the floor directly beneath the air vent. It wasn't directly beneath the air vent. It was like in line with the air vent, but it was like further like away from it. Like it looked like it bounced away from the air vent, but whatever. Lemoire, tell me, did you drop the brooch on your way from the stage to the backstage? At the very moment you witnessed the crime?
Yes, I think I did.
Order! Prosecutor Gavin! From your expression, I gather you had no idea this was the case, El Judge? I, of course, knew about it, and you didn't fucking say anything, but I guess because all you guys are bound to secrecy with the fucking magician who's not even here to fucking yell at you guys, just fucking whatever! Send the innocent man to jail for all I care. What? Don't get me wrong, I wasn't hiding it. It just never occurred to me that the switch and the shooting took place at the same time. You could have said it still. You could have said it. So I was right? There was a switch? There was. Just before the stage's tower rose, Lemoire was replaced. While we're on the subject, just who was the replacement? Who was this replacement Lemoire? Why, the man behind the illusion, Valent Grammari. It was Grammari? That's quite the illusion, but I still don't get one thing. Yes? Pleasure! The switch happened before the tower rose, correct? So you weren't on the stage. That's right. Oh, whatever. But this, fake Lemoire is still singing. And she's pretty good. Oh, you know, the lovely songstress of... That's true. Come on, Apollo, that's an easy one. They were just playing a recording. Ah ha ha ha. The Gaviniers aren't some kind of air guitar band for all in. Oh, you mean I'm wrong? When we play a show live, we play live, no recordings. Perhaps you can explain, Lemoire?
Very well.
Yes, do tell, and add it to your testimony.
I had to keep singing, even while I moved.
You were singing?
Yes. Mr. Gavin expressed a dislike for recordings, so I used this.
The quality of that must not have been great. Well, how good of a quality could it be that you're singing? Hold up, what? Can you sing on such a small headset of a mic that's meant to take place in a period where like they don't even have smartphones, and that sound can come out into a whole concert venue and still sound loud? Whatever. Wait, so you were singing the whole time? Even when you were crawling above the ceiling towards the backstage?
Why should it matter where I sing, when wherever I go, it is the same darkness?
You were running somewhere and you were hunched over according to that drawing, unless you weren't hunched over, but... Huh? You would be struggling if you were fucking... Alright, whatever. But what if you were singing while you were walking?
That's right! Wouldn't the shooter and the victim have heard? She was singing right over their heads after all.
That is right. Are you sure? You'd have to be pretty hard of hearing to miss someone singing in the ceiling. You just hear someone singing through your ceiling like, what the fuck was that? Why is there someone in my ceiling? Once again, we come back to the state of the scene of the crime. What state?
Alabama. Ach, I know what he means. That old speaker, Apollo.
The speaker? That speaker was playing at the time of the murder.
Ah, that's for monitoring the stage from this room.
Monitoring?
It pipes in real-time feed from the stage microphones.
Useful for knowing when your set is coming up. Oh, I guess whenever people do concerts in general, you guys, they do have those type of mics when they're like dancing, right? Never mind. I take back what I said before then. I didn't think that it would be able to, like, such a small thing would be able to travel so far. But, I mean, clearly I don't know anything about audio technology or whatever. Satisfied? That dressing room was fitted with a large speaker playing a direct feed from the stage. At my request, actually. So Lemoire singing in the ceiling. Sounded just like Lemoire singing over the speaker. Ingenious! Her voice was hidden by her voice!
Ah,
Lemoire?
I have just remembered something.
Do tell!
When I heard the noise, the gunshots, yes? It startled me, so I stopped singing.
What?
I forgot the words I was supposed to sing.
The song stopped?
Thankfully, it was the very beginning of the second verse, so not many would notice.
Forehead, that mixing board I lent you, where is it? As if we're still carrying a mixing board with us. It's so funny how we're so, like, how the idea of us carrying all the evidence we present in court and what's given to us and whatever. Like, it's... I never mind. The mixing... Huh?
That machine, Apollo! The one that breaks music into tracks!
Oh, this! I'd completely forgotten about it. Let's take a listen. Also, we could just put in whatever music we want into this mixing board. Oh, thank God I didn't play the entire thing. The song does stop there. It does? I must have missed it.
Look at the lyric sheet at the top of the second verse. See where it says pleasure, pleasure? Now listen again.
Oh, there is someone sitting at the guitar, the drums, I mean. Oh, there's no one in the piano seat, though! You saw that? Machi completely disappeared from the piano. This is evidence indeed. I believe we are guilty of making a terrible mistake. Terrible mistake.
The crime didn't happen during the third...
Oh, I thought the mistake was that they didn't notice that she missed one pleasure.
The crime didn't happen during the third set. It happened during the second, during Lemoire's ballad.
If that is true, then no one on stage during the second set could have been the shooter.
Which means that Darian Crescent could have done it. He wasn't on stage for the second set. Well, Prosecutor Gavin?
Fascinating.
I don't believe I've ever seen a trial turned around quite so thoroughly. Yet one problem remains.
What's that, Prosecutor Gavin?
Herr Forehead's theory does have a certain kind of logic to it. Yet it is entirely based upon Lemoire's testimony.
Yes? Is there a problem with this?
Well, it's quite simple, though it pains me to say it. What if she is lying to protect the defendant? But you have no proof! All I'm saying is that the truth is as yet unclear, until we hear directly from the man himself.
The man? You don't mean...
Yes. Though he is a friend and a band member, Darian Crescent must take the stand. I see no other way.
As someone with a new perspective on the case?
As a suspect, to be frank.
Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, I forgot how long this investigation thing is. I mean, not investigation, this trial is.
Finally, the rat's coming out of his hole. And I'm ready to catch him. Darian Crescent, get ready for justice.
This is as good as a time as any to pause for a brief recess. The prosecution will summon the witness. Have him here and ready by the time we begin.
I'm the last man who needs to be reminded of what his duties are.
Very well. Court is adjourned for a 15-minute recess. We're taking a two. Oh, it's at the beginning continued. Oh my god, my toe. Jesus, that was a cramp.
It's time to save. Hey, look at that.
Well, I mean, this is a good time to break and a good time for me to wait on my food, honestly.